Hi guys, you're with me, Natalie Bradwitt on Daily Thought, and I just basically come to you this morning, just sharing as per usual, like things that I would experience in my life, and I believe that I should share because other people are experiencing it, and sometimes people feel like they're alone, but the reality is everyone have similar experiences. It may play out in little different ways, but it is generally similar experiences. And so the enemy has a way of making us feel like if we're isolated, making us feel like these challenges are posed to us alone. And so that makes us feel a little worse about the experiences that are new territory for us. So I come and I share on this vlog mainly for that reason. And whether you are listening in 2024, where life has drastically changed from years ago, or you are listening in the future, I pray that this can really that you can identify and you can probably find some encouragement. I don't know if you'll really find answers in this vlog, but you would surely find encouragement to know that you're not alone, you are not alone. So yes, I also know that I'm doing this video in the wrong format for YouTube. However, I'm doing it anyway, just because I feel like it. Yeah. So forget about the angle and all that. Just I pray that you can follow with me in terms of life's experience. So sometimes in life, like we recognize that we are doing the same things that we have become accustomed to doing, like the way we walk out our daily life, whether it be our life in our home, or whether it be our businesses, whether it be our workplace or whatever, or hobbies or whatever. The reality is, sometimes we are doing the same things, but we are not getting the same results, and so we try to figure out, okay, what's going on here? Am I doing something wrong? And as you settle your mind, you may come to the fact of understanding, hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. This is the same things I've been doing for years, but it's just not yielding the same results. And what I've realized is that in those cases, what is happening is that the season is changing or has changed. And so, like in the weather world of seasons, you have to change clothes, you have to change your footwear, and sometimes the activities that you do change based on the season. And that happens in countries that experience winter, spring, summer, and fall kind of thing. For us in the Caribbean, it's just sunny season and rainy season. And still, there's not like a huge change, but little additions, like you're walking with your umbrella, you're walking with rain jackets, and some people who use galoshes and stuff like that, right? And so in walking out daily life, what that looks like is like sometimes that change of clothing or change in paraphernalia or whatever looks like a change in association of the people that you move and do things with and live life with. Sometimes it's a change of location, and sometimes it's simply a change of thought pattern, change of perspective. And sometimes that just ain't easy. it just really is not as easy and as simple as I'm saying it, right? And I don't know, the thing about it is that because it's not the, because it's not that simple, sometimes we find ourselves in a position like really doubting what we're doing. Sometimes we even ask ourselves, am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? Am I really walking out, for us who believe in Christ? Am I really walking out the directions God had given to me? Because I'm looking around and it's looking like winter out here, and I'm in the Caribbean. So, hey, something ain't right here. Did I misstep? Did I misjudge? Did I mishear the directions? Or is it simply that I I have yet to see the junction where I need to turn left or right, you know? And so that is where I usually have a call on God, and asking for an annual or quarterly or whatever daily general meeting, because I usually go back to him and say, well, God, listen, I am totally confused. My mind is in confusion. So please clarify, explain, make clear to me if I have misstepped, if I need to retract my steps, if I, whatever is the situation, why am I at this point where it does not look like what I thought it would look like when I follow your last instructions to me? And so I when I reach at those places, generally his responses are one out of a few things. Sometimes he says, follow the last instruction I gave to you. So to me, that simply means you are not doing anything wrong. You are doing what I said to do. It's just not looking the way you planned it to look, right? Or two, sometimes he says to me, the next junction, take a right, take a left, you know. And sometimes he simply says, change of association, change this, change that, pick up some new perspectives, different things like that. And so what I'm really here to say is that it's important to communicate with God, to really know and understand where you're at, because it could be stressful, it could be confusing, and it could be a really daunting task when you are doing what you know to do, but it just is not panning out, or reaping the benefits that you're accustomed reaping. So I know that this is a long video, but I pray that you've made it to the end, because what I'm saying to you is that you are not alone. This type of experience is not only an experience that you alone have to face, all of us face it. Whether you are a person who have yet surrendered your life to Christ or not. You know, we all face it. But the reality is, God is the creator, He is the writer of our story, He is the orator of our story, He is the narrator of our story. And if we really want to know with sincerity where we are and what we need to do and why what is happening, and sometimes he may not necessarily tell us why, but he would give us directions on how to navigate. And then sometimes he does, sometimes he does let us know why. But the only way we're gonna know is to communicate with the one who is orchestrating and narrating everything. So just know that it will be okay. Life is challenging, but it will be okay. Yeah, it will be okay. In fact, it is well, even now in the middle of the confusion, even now in the middle of things not working the way you planned it, because it might be working the way God planned it. So take this, I can't even say a nugget, but it's what I tell you all the time, right? Take this nugget today and go out into the world and live a transformed life. Love you guys. Shoot up, shoot up, shoot